It's alright, I still got my guitar. Watch out.
Welcome to Buzz Moncton. I'm Terry, and I'm sitting here with the Matt Landry Band, a Moncton-based band. We're in the beautiful Capitol Theatre, getting set for the opening night of the Hubcap Comedy Festival, where this band has been asked to perform as the house band this evening. And so, thanks a lot for joining us here today, folks. We have Matt Landry, the namesake of the band, Chris Landry on drums, and Jeremy Dumont, the bass player. It's a power trio from right here in Metro Moncton, specializing in blues rock, and they deliver it in a way that only they can, celebrating the release of their debut album, which we have right here, Are You Ever Gonna Go? And I gotta say, this is a very solid album. Very impressed, of course, with the original material that Matt's written.
Thank you.
What did you put into this album as far as the writing is concerned? What do you think motivated you to get these songs in the way they came out?
I just wanted to get an album out, honestly. So I started writing songs, trying to write songs in the same vein and style as a lot of the covers that we were doing. Used a lot of our popular cover material as inspiration for the groove and feel of the songs, and came up with a good collection of songs.
Yeah, the album is made up of 9 tunes, 3 cover songs, so that's 6 originals. How did you whittle it down?
Well, as we started to record more and more songs, we decided to take it more into a blues direction. So we kind of stuck to the bluesier kind of songs and dropped the less bluesy ones and made this into a blues album.
Okay. Now, I know, Chris, you were very excited to work with the producer, Paul Milner, for this project. How did that come about?
Well, I met him through Don Coleman, a local musician around town, and he said to me one day, he said, whenever you guys are ready to do an album, I have the perfect guy. He's a producer. He's done so many albums. You can Google him. He's an award-winning producer. He's worked with so many talented artists and helped so many musicians with their careers along the way. We drove to PEI, we sat with them, listened to the originals. He loved it. He says, "Yep, let's do this project, boys." Next thing you know, we're recording.
Awesome. Now, Jeremy, you must have some history with these folks. How did the band, can maybe give us a little bit of a backstory as to how the band originally came together with you 3 in it?
Yeah, well, that's quite an interesting story. You know, Chris and I were friends for a long time, and he said, "Hey, look, we're going to do a show at the Urban Crowd reunion. Why don't you just jump on bass for it?" I said, "Okay, we'll go and do this one show, you know, a lot of fiddle music and that type of thing." So we do the Urban Corral show, and he calls me a couple days later and said, "Yeah, I got us booked for next weekend. We're going to do, you know, 3 one-hour sets to do a 4-hour gig." I'm like, "You did what?" So we practiced and practiced and practiced and put a show together. And that was going on about 2.5 years ago now, and we've been booked every weekend since, so doing our blues rock trio, so
yeah.
It's been going well.
And of course, you don't seem intimidated by the original stuff. You seem to be...
No,
yeah.
no, I'm really glad that we're into this original groove right now. You know, we did our cover thing for a while and got the groove of that, and as Matt said, when he picked up the pen and put it to paper with the vein and the feel and the style of the music, you know, it fell right into something that we were natural with, something that we can groove to, and something that we're known for, you know, that 3-piece hard-hitting rock blues. And then with the third element thrown in, the violin, it just makes for a powerhouse that can't be reckoned with.
Awesome. Matt, a songwriter, writes. That's just what they do. How do you write? Where do you write? Do you get these ideas, you know, in the middle of the night when you're in the wrong place, maybe at the wrong time, and you get an idea and you just can't get it out? How does that work for you?
Yeah, actually sometimes the title song, Are You Ever Gonna Go? I was just driving home one night and I got this idea for a guitar lick in my head, and I thought, oh, I like that, it's great. So I kept repeating it over and over in my head so I wouldn't forget it. And when I got home, I just rushed up to the guitar and recorded it so I wouldn't forget, and built it from there. But yeah, it's kind of how it started, just a guitar lick that stuck in my head that I got.
You strike everyone as a very prolific songwriter, Matt, and we have an album's worth of material here. I'm thinking you're still writing, you've got some good things coming out. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still writing, still never stop. Any ideas I have, I'm putting them down, working on them, polishing them, and
now, are you like a song a day kind of a writer, or does it take a couple of weeks?
Sometimes the words and chords come together in a day, and then it's a couple of weeks kind of fine-tuning the feel and the groove and coming up with other ideas.
Originally known as the Rockin' Fiddle Blues Band, you guys have a following even before the original music came out, and of course as the Matt Landry Band, that is just going to keep exploding for you, no doubt. Where do you see the focus being now for the next few months? I know we've talked a little bit off camera about, you know, festivals and, you know, taking it to that next level. So Chris, maybe you can speak to what the next level would be for you guys.
Well, we've had a lot of interest from people outside the city wanting to get us some festival shows, some even as far as Alberta. We have some good connections out there. We have some connections in St. John. We're working on some people out in Nova Scotia right now. So it's looking really promising. Now that the CD's out, it opens up so many more doors. We can't wait to see where this is going to take us.
Right on. Well, and on that note, it's the Matt Landry Band. The album is called Are You Ever Gonna Go? And you need to check it out. And if you're in for an evening of fantastic live music, whether you're into blues or rock or both, you got to look up the Matt Landry Band wherever they're playing and just get a ticket and get in the door. You will not regret it. Chris?
Thank you.
Thank you. Matt, all the
you.
best to you. Jeremy, thanks so much.
Thanks, Terry.
Keep on rocking, brother.
What are you ever gonna say? Are you ever gonna go? Are you ever gonna